Hey guys, it's Megan Aller in sales with First American Title here in Denver, Colorado to give you your weekly Wednesday update. This week we're going to be talking about the detached Metro Denver market through the month of October as well as headed into the fourth quarter of 2019. Usually what happens as we head into that fourth quarter is our active inventory and new listings to market goes way down, and this year is no exception. Into October, our month-over-month transition for active unit count went down by 13.5%. Interestingly enough, year over year we're actually down 18.5%, so we're seeing a really big dip over where we were at the same time 1 year ago. Now, since we've had a big decrease in the amount of interest rate that's out there right now, we've actually seen a little pop of activity for under contract activity. Units going under contract heading into the last half of the year, under contract units were up another 11.6% from 1 year ago. Sold units are now up 13.1% from 1 year ago, and so we've got a very strong fourth quarter on hand for the end of 2019. Again, most likely due to that low interest rate environment. Typically what happens when we see a big drop off in supply and demand remains relatively consistent is we could see a Q4 pop of activity of an increase in the average sales price. Okay. Now what we can expect to see is fewer choices coming online as we go into November and December as we start to encroach upon the holiday season. And so again, if we still continue to see strong demand and tapering off supply, we can expect to see some additional prices. Usually buyers have the most amount of choices available to them in the marketplace by looking at the month's supply of inventory in the months of August, September, and October. By the time that we hit November and December, those choices in the marketplace start to diminish, and we actually can start to see a few extra multiple offers spreading throughout Metro Denver. Now, average sales prices, again, since we haven't seen much of a change in the relationship between supply and demand or even a deepening into more of a seller's market, we would expect to see prices have gone up more than they had this year than what they've actually turned out to be. So this could be the affordability tipping point that we've all been waiting for here in Metro Denver. If we had stayed on pace with where we've been for the last 7 years in a row in terms of appreciation, by the time that we closed out October, we should have been closer to $532,000. We actually came in at $522,000, so we're about 2% lower than what we had expected to see. Now, if we look at the relationship between supply and demand based off of the map, again on our map, what you're looking at here is all of Metro Denver. If the area turns blue, we're more deficient of listings, indicating a deeper seller's market, versus those areas that are in red, you might see that buyers have a little bit more negotiating power. So for those of you that live in the blue areas that wanted to move into one of the red areas, at this point you can still sell high and have more negotiating power on the backside when you go to make your additional purchase. So don't write off making an offer on a home into the fourth quarter. I hope that you found this information valuable. As always, I hope that if we're able to help you better advise your buyers and sellers, that we'll get to meet them at our closing tables. I hope that you'll turn in again next week and when we talk about the attached family market. We'll see you soon.